spent 14 months as digital nomads, visiting over 100 cities across 30 countries, and the experience we're sharing today is still one of our most memorable.
We fell in love with Budapest from the second we set foot in the city, and at some point we said we should do something cultural. So we opened up GetYourGuide, scrolled through cooking classes, and quickly stopped when we saw Chimney Cake Workshop. I thought, who's making cake in their chimney? That sounds kind of dangerous. Naturally, we signed up, feeling compelled to investigate further.
In this video, we'll share our experience making chimney cakes and why you should too.
After our obligatory morning coffee, we headed to, Katonini Finam Sagi, a cozy, family-run sweet treat cafe in the heart of the city.
It even says Chimney Cake Shop on the front of the store. Inside, we met our wonderful instructor who led us downstairs to the kitchen to show us where the magic happens.
Before we started the workshop, we put on these fancy little aprons while our workstation prep was being finished. My wife, ladies and gents, I mean, how cute is she? Before channeling our inner pastry chefs, our instructor gave us a brief history of chimney cake, including where it came from and how to say chimney cake in Hungarian, which I still can't do. Kürtőskalács. Kürtőskalács. That's as close as it's gonna get. I can't get any closer than that. You try.
It's kürtőskalács.
Another pronunciation successfully butchered.
Given the limited time frame, the sweet yeast dough was prepared for us ahead of time so we could get right into the fun part, kneading the dough.
We did this non-stop until the dough was sufficiently kneaded or until our hands needed a sufficient rest, whichever came first. After a few minutes, we began gently stretching and shaping the dough into a rectangle, which is a generous term to use for whatever shape that is in front of me.
Once mostly shaped, we mustered up some courage to use a sharp kitchen utensil and cut our dough into 3 roughly equally sized strips. We then used our hands to roll these strips, giving them some length and shape.
Thankfully, our instructor was demonstrating each step because for whatever reason, this bit was a lot harder than it looked. She showed us how to start at the tips of our fingers and roll all the way through to our palms, which definitely helped. A little.
Then came the next part, wrapping the rolled dough around the baking spit. Not gonna lie, our first goes at this were not our finest moments in the kitchen, but they did get a little better each time.
We then gently rolled our little spiral spectacles on the counter to flatten and seal the edges, followed by brushing them with a touch of butter. This helped our chimney cakes hang on to some sugar while we rolled them across an entire tray of it. After unsuccessfully waging a chimney cake duel, it was finally time to walk them across the kitchen and make an offering to the rotisserie oven. To be completely honest, I'm not sure exactly how long they spun around in there for because we got right into making our next one, but it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 15 minutes.
We kept ourselves occupied while waiting by trying to do a slightly less terrible job on chimney cake number 2. And then it was time to fetch our first one from the oven.
Before we continue, this video is sponsored by GetYourGuide, the leading online gateway to more than 110,000 curated experiences in 150 countries. Even prior to partnering with GetYourGuide, we've been booking our travel experiences through them since 2022. They've got everything from the well-known attractions, a lot of times with skip-the-line options, to off-the-beaten-path, hidden gems in every place we've been so far. We've booked through both the website and mobile app, with both offering an effortless experience. We love having the ability to cancel up to 24 hours before, and a lot of times having the option to pay later closer to the day of the experience. The experience we're sharing with you now can be booked via GetYourGuide using our unique links in the description, which, surprise, surprise, we highly recommend going. Booking through our link doesn't cost you anything and is a super easy way to help support us and our channel. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. Now let's get back to the kitchen.
We immediately took our baked chimney cakes to the topping station, where we got to choose between crushed walnuts, which is the traditional topping, coconut flakes, cinnamon sugar, and regular sugar.
Given that we already doused this thing in regular sugar, which had now caramelized, we went with 1 each of the other 3 toppings for our 3 different chimney cakes. We rolled our piping hot unicorn horns through these trays of toppings, really making sure we left no spot untouched. Then came the crescendo of the entire process, the real test to see if we had followed the instructions properly or not. Removing the chimney cake from its baking spit and getting it to stand up on its own. Unsurprisingly, the first attempt proved unsuccessful, and we even suffered a casualty in the process. I still don't know why you pulled that thing off so close to the edge of the counter.
But do we look like quitters to you?
We came back more experienced, more knowledgeable, seasoned, and hungry for redemption.
And chimney cake too.
We're happy to report that our second and third rounds ended with sturdy and delicious delicious chimney cakes. I mean, look at this beauty absolutely steaming with pride.
After making 3 of these each over the course of an hour, we had a quick sampler of our culinary art before bagging them all up to take with us, along with our certificates that deemed us the best chimney cake bakers of the world.
A title we certainly felt worthy of after our valiant efforts.
We felt it would be better to enjoy these outside, so here's us doing just that.
We just finished our chimney making class.
We're not making chimneys, we're making chimney cake.
So this is the coconut chimney cake. And normally you eat it by pulling it, but I'm just gonna bite it so I don't get it all over my hand.
She nods in approval.
I think I like the brown sugar the best. But the coconut's really good. What do you give the flavor?
It's good flavor and it's very crunchy.
I thought it would be gooier, but there's such a perfect texture and crunch to it. I'm sure the professionals make it better.
We're professional, we're certified.
We are certified. We're chimney cake certified.
So, should you book this experience? Well, we wouldn't make a full video about it unless we thought you should, but here are a few actual reasons why we recommend you do.
First, if you're traveling throughout Central Europe, you're guaranteed to see these delicious treats being sold multiple times throughout various countries, so it's a great way to gain an appreciation for how they're made.
Second, for a super reasonable price, you are not only getting a memorable experience, but a supply of chimney cake that could last you your entire trip.
Third, it's a great way to meet locals and travelers from all over the world, both of which are great for sharing local recommendations.
If you end up booking this experience, please consider using our link. It costs you nothing and goes a long way for us, so if you use it, we'll love you almost as much as we love butchering word pronunciations.
Kürtőskalács.
Nailed it.
That link is down below. Feel free to ask us any questions, and we'll see you next time.
Kürtőskalács.
Kürtőskalács.